Callum, just over 48 hours to go until the FA Youth Cup tie here. It's back again. How have the preparations been and how's the mood in the camp ahead of the game?
Yeah, good. So it's they are exciting nights when they come around. I think in the qualifiers they come around quick. So it's sort of 2 weeks since we went to Marine. The camp's buzzing because I think we've been pleased with our progress in the competition. We haven't quite been able to transfer that in terms of results in the league, but we've gone about our business very, very well in the Youth Cup. So there's an excitement there, and I know the lads they certainly enjoyed the draw and seeing the competition. Preparation's important, and we pride ourselves on it. We're going to have a few absentees, which has pretty much been the story of the season. There's one who's obviously been knocking around the first team squad who it looks like we're going to be without, and then another you can work out who's been in and around the first team squad and wasn't on Saturday, who we're hoping to get fit, but I'll hopefully know a little bit more in the morning. But we've got a good group across the board, so it's to lose like a Kane Noble and Lloyd Marsh Hughes, that isn't the end for us. We've got a lot of players that we can sort of pull from, and we're looking forward to getting that group out there in another Youth Cup tie.
So far to get to this stage, you've beaten Sandbach and Marine. This game perhaps there will be a little bit different. Would the word underdog be a fair tag?
Get used to that, yeah. Every time we seem to play anyone that's not in our league, we get tagged as underdogs, and hey, that's fine. We'll sort of roll with that. So in the last 2 rounds, yeah, I suppose us going into the qualifiers at the first stage, are we seen as a bigger fish in a big draw? Whereas obviously in this round, the National League clubs come in, so AFC Fylde, Salford and Wrexham would be the big 3 that come in. I've made no secret of what an opportunity to draw Wrexham here. They are a Football League side at youth level. Let's be honest, let's pay them that level of respect that they play in the Football League Alliance, they've retained that place. There is a status that comes with that for many people we're seen as a really good non-league youth team, and regardless of status at first team level, we're going up against the Football League side. However, that's not easy, being the favourites in a tie. You saw at Sandbach, you saw the opening 20 minutes at Marine. It's not easy to win a game you're expected to win, as strange as that sounds. So for us, we've always been written off. I always have here, and that's fine. I'm really used to that. I mean, before we played Bolton Wanderers in the second round proper of the Youth Cup, you'd have thought they'd won the game 3-0 before it kicked off. So there's no worries from me about the opposition being perceived as favourites. We've got form for delivering when it matters, and it certainly won't frighten us, the task ahead of us on Wednesday night.
There's been some special FA Youth Cup nights for you in Chester over the years, but this one is just a little bit different, isn't it?
So it's Wrexham. It's Wrexham, and without getting wrapped up in a derby element, because it's not. It's the FA Youth Cup, and our ambitions are to progress in the FA Youth Cup. However, what it is the opportunity to test yourselves against what are geographically your closest rivals. There will be a contingent in our dressing room who've been released from Wrexham in the past. That adds sort of an individual motivation for them. There will be the opportunity for us to show we're as good as the sides in that Football League Alliance, in my opinion. That for me is the biggest, sort of motivation going into this game. But the bit I think people have to get their heads around is there's been some unbelievable nights here. The support we get for our youth team, I don't think there's a football club like it in the country. The way they rally around a group of under-18s, and I think what goes with that is the way the under-18s go about the business, as I referenced earlier, is what you'd want to see. You'll see a performance full of attitude, desire, belief, complete commitment to be trying to get into the next round. So for us, the tie with the difference, I'm going to enjoy the opportunity to have a massive crowd here, because I've seen Fleetwood Town, Bolton, Gateshead, Boreham Wood have all sort of come to home fixtures at Chester, seen massive crowds, and what that support does for our players and what that's difficult to play against is massive. However, strip it all down, it's going to be 11v11. When the game kicks off, it's going to be 11v11, and my job is to get these players right. I know how good these players are, and these players know what I think of them. They know what I think of them on the pitch, off it, in the environment. Being involved with them is one of the best projects I've ever been involved in football, and getting to see them grow up and achieve so much. What an opportunity for them to achieve a little bit of history, their own cup upset in really memorable circumstances. And all my work between now and Wednesday will be going to try and give them that platform to do that. So all said and done, lots of talking, it'll become really irrelevant to me and my group of players, because we'll be going to put a performance on that goes to get us in the next round, the FA Youth Cup, and do something very memorable. But be rest assured, we'll be ready for Wrexham.